Austin Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it.
So I'm in low now. So I'll go to second in the auxiliary, third in the auxiliary. And I just went to second in the main and second in the auxiliary, and then third in the auxiliary. And then third in the main and second in the auxiliary. And third into the auxiliary. And this is a weird gap shift. So we'll go now into fourth in the main and second in.
So Tony, what made you decide to become an owner-operator, venture out on the road? Did you have anybody growing up that you knew that did that inspired you, or did you just go out on your own?
You know, well, my dad, you know, my uncles, they all had the oil trucks, the trucks. So I worked on them since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was with them, and I just loved it. It just, you know, you're around it your whole life and you love it, even though I was only a little kid, a toddler just about. but you know, it's just, and I had 3 younger brothers, and you know, they liked the trucks, but I was the only one that did it. You know, my brother Mike was with me for a while, but he wasn't into it like I am. I just love.
That's a 1965 Diamond T that I was capable of finding, well, lucky enough to find out of Texas.
Really?
So there was no rot, very little rust, needed a little board work.
No salt corrosion on it?
Oh, it's amazing. I know it's not finished, but if you look at the frame, you can't believe the condition.
I've never seen one with an air cleaner out like that on a Diamond Rio.
Well, that's because you're not seeing a fender. The fenders aren't on it.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, this is actually
this is nice.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's definitely cute.
It's definitely cute.
It's got the Cummins in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and this one's actually an oddball because this one actually has power steering.
Oh my God.
1965, it came with power steering, and it's a 250 Cummins.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about trucking and being a trucker?
Well, I've made a good living at it there. I've made an honest living at it. I've put a lot of hours in and a lot of miles underneath my belt. I've seen a lot of changes. Sometimes us boys push it farther than we should, and I have done that over the years. Yeah. But you know what? Yeah, I don't do that no more there. You don't need to. It's it works out. There's you know, the in-house accounts is where you make your money. You know, being a repeater.
Yep.
You know, so that's where I come out of breadwinner there.
How old are you?
14 years old,
14
sir.
years. This is your ride?
Yeah, this is my truck right here.
Now, rumor has it. Oh, what's your name, by the way?
My name's Peyton Aragon.
Peyton Aragon?
Yeah.
And who's this over here cleaning the wheels?
That's my father, Mark Aragon.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
All right, we're making a little YouTube video.
That's great.
I'm gonna talk to your son. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, man. So, rumor is I heard that you designed this truck.
Yep.
How did that come about?
Well, to be honest, this used to be a day cab factory, 2003 Peterbilt, and my dad and me, we're hauling cattle, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna build a cool truck. So we started building this thing, and he started hearing me just ramble about a bunch of ideas, and just ramble about things I thought were cool, and he was like, I'll let you start doing it to this truck, and here we are.
You gonna steal it or you gonna take it for a ride?
Hey, how you doing? You're Jake Best, aren't you?
How
are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Welcome to Super Rigs.
Ah, thanks for having us.
What brings you to Super Rigs here?
My truck.
Yeah, first time?
Yeah, first time. Yeah, first time. And I thought, well, I probably shouldn't be here, but here I am.
Why not?
It's a lot of big rides here, a lot of cool stuff. Probably way out of my league, but
I think you stand in a league all your own looking at your ride here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You heard of Super Rigs before?
Oh yeah.
Shell
Rotella. Like you know, growing up around trucks and everything, like my dad, you know, he's bringing the calendar home. He's come with the cassette tapes. You get the tapes. You know,
farther down the road.
Yeah, further down the road. And,
Willie Nelson on the road again.
Yeah, yeah. And I just was like, you know, being in Gillette this year and kind of in the path of, you know, running East Coast back and forth, it was kind of easy to maybe get up here and throw my hat in the ring and give it a shot.
So your dad was a trucker?
Yeah.
And when did he start driving trucks?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had these made out of stainless and polished to give it a little different look.
I love the old school chicken lights on it.
Well, it's a 98, so I tried to stay faithful to its age.
Stay true to it.
Yeah.
Big fat pipes.
7
inches. Yep.
And I only went 12 foot because the door on my shop is only 12 foot.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, nice Caterpillar here.
It's a 3406E, which a lot of people tell me is the best. It's had a ECM tune,
Mm-hmm.
so it's pushing a little extra horse.
Nice. What do you haul with it?
I do entertainment and computers.
All right.
Do some rock and roll bands, and been on a run of computers here lately.
Yeah?
Microsoft computers.
Wow.
Just went to Wenatchee, Washington.
Oh, it's a nice ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it up there.
And we're,
So Jerry, what are we looking at here?
An 01 379.
With Jerry Altadonna. How you doing today?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
Jerry just took me out for breakfast, me and the family and Jerry's wife.
We had a great time.
We're gonna
Awesome time. The kids at the beach, your wife's at the beach, my wife's at the beach, and we're trucking.
go do a little trucking. Jerry insists that I drive. And I don't know if I can. We'll find out. Always nervous driving somebody else's.
I'm going to challenge you.
You should challenge me?
Yeah,
How to get in it?
All these big fancy trucks you're getting in and out of and all that.
Yeah.
I'll show you the brochure on that one there, how easy it is to get in and out of accessible cabs.
Can you show me now? Or when you're done talking? No, when you
Jim will want.
you just roll your eyes because you know you're on video. I'm gonna show you how easy it is to be on video. You just act natural. How do you even get in this thing? Well, I think some of your friends might see this video and will be reaching out to you.
Yeah.
This will probably be out this week for
Well,
sure.
that's a good service you do. I appreciate it. Let me shake
Thank you
your
so
hand
much.
again.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
Man.
Mike.
I'm Mike, yeah.
No, I've heard
Thank
you.
you.
You're known too.
I'm getting known, yeah.
I'm not
I'm like you. I don't want to be the biggest. I just want to be the best.
Yeah.
It's not about
still have
quantity. It's about quality.
Quality.
Yeah.
So Dad had bought a brand new 1980 359 8B92, 15 over. I think he said it had 370s. It was a multicolor paint job, came from Consolidated.
Wow.
He said it was 62 grand back then. But my uncle was back here working for Digital and kind of running the books and stuff, and he would laugh and he'd say, every time your dad hit the dash with the shifter, he said, I'd have to wire him more money for another ticket, he said. So Dad ran for Curtis swinging meat out of Colorado, and he'd haul it back to the Bronx and Manhattan and stuff, and then they'd haul booze back west. He did that for a long time.
So I should be talking to your dad.
You should be talking to my brother. You want some?
I've been all over the country with this truck.
Really?
Yeah, for years and years.
Were you leased to Coles Express?
Yeah, at the end I was leased to Coles. I used to run doubles down to Jersey,
Yeah.
turn around and come back with them.
So what year did you buy this truck?
Oh God. Sometime in the late 70s.
Yeah. Wow. Can I open the door?
Yeah, it probably won't open it. It's probably locked. Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
It's all pretty straight.
Little flat dash.
Yeah.
Crawl through bunk.
Oh yeah. Like a coffin.
You had to stay thin back then to get through that, right?
A lot of times you never made it to the bunk. You just hit it with the steering wheel.
Right.
But we finally got it to the way that I want it.
You're just gonna take it to shows and baby it and.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you should do with it.
At some point, I want to get a nice trailer for it and pull the Brockway.
Oh yeah.
Because the Brockway, is good for local shows.
Yeah. Dad, you want to be in the video? Introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, I'm Bernie. Okay.
Nice to meet you, Bernie. Yeah. Again, we were checking out this beautiful collection of trucks here.
Well, it started with this one.
Yep.
Then it went to that one, and then to this one, and I think they all came out pretty well.
They're beautiful rigs. You have a lot of memories of this truck growing up?
Dad bought it brand new in 1948, 75 years ago.
Oh my God.
That's the $1 million cab. You could put 3 full-size adults in on that seat. If you try it now, and say, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah. So you've been driving a while, right?
Since 1979.
79, yeah.
Yeah, I started out when cab overs were the thing. Now everybody thinks cab overs are cool. That's because that's because they haven't driven on 1 million miles in them like I have.
Yeah, exactly.
They look cool. I'm not gonna lie. There's something about an old cab over that's really cool. But if you rode 1 million miles in them, you wouldn't want to ride another mile in them.
What kind of cab overs did you own back in the day?
I had a single bunk Peterbilt 352, short wheelbase to get by on the 55-foot overall length. Back on the East Coast, and then I had I bought a 1981 Kenworth Aerodyne double bunk, and I pulled a reefer with it.
Yep.
Ran mostly like New York to Florida, and then usually in the summertime ran like New York to California and back hauling produce.
Tell the people at home, what kind of work are you guys doing here at Green Construction?
We are a general contractor. We employ right at 200 people. We do power work, defense work, and medical work.
Okay.
So big on the self-perform aspect of the business. Do all our own site work, concrete work, and then we have all our own carpenters, laborers, interior demo, interior finishes. Like I said, a real general contractor that still actually builds stuff.
All chromed out. You got 2 CB radios.
2 CB radios, okay.
Why do you have 2 radios?
Okay, back when I was riding with my uncle when I was a kid, there was no cell phone,
Right.
So the only way to communicate was the CB radios. So they'd be running like convoy, 5-6 trucks together. They'd have a CB on 30, so they could bullshit together.
Yeah.
But they still had the other radio on 19, so they could hear the bear report.
Sure.
Scales and everything. So that's just like my uncle did it back in the day, so I did the same way it was back then.
You're keeping up with the history, the tradition of the family. Yeah. We're gonna go take a quick peek.
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna get turned around. We're gonna be sitting in that traffic now. Oh yeah, she gets up and moves. Oh yeah.
Really good. And it's quiet. It's been an interesting ride. That's what it's been. And if I do decide to sell it, I want somebody to enjoy what it is and enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. So you always been into trucks?
Oh yeah. Like I always said, imagine what this truck was in 1952 with a 671 in it.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
Sure. What are some of the trucks you've owned over the years?
I used to have all GMCs, to be honest with you. Then they stopped making trucks. And I was friendly with Bracken up there. So I was buying some whites from him.
Oh, wow.
Then McDevitt, Jack McDevitt had a Peterbilt dealership. So I kind of got hooked on Peterbilts. Now I have a bunch of Peterbilts.
I just noticed your sparkle nails.
Oh yeah.
Do you get all done up for your videos and everything? Or do you do the for your
This
job?
is what I look like.
I asked her that once before.
Yeah, no, this is what I look like.
That's pretty. This is what I look like too, which isn't really done up. I can look better.
Yeah, I was raised by a mom that didn't allow us to wear like sweatpants out of the house or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so I will not leave the house without like looking presentable. So
Like you're getting ready to meet the governor.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Pretty much.
Well, thank you. I'm going to end my video now.
Okay.
This has been great. A great honor. Dominique's a great friend.
Yeah.
We've known each other a couple years now just from social media.
Yeah. I
And,
think we met in person for the
We
first
met
time.
in person last year at Matt's in
Matt's, yeah.
Louisville. Yep. And Bobby.
Yep.
And Bobby wouldn't stop talking, and I had to walk away.
Right.
Love you, Bobby. And this is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for meeting up with me.
This is. I'm gonna be smiling all the way back to Boston now. Wait till the boys back there let's hear that I was driving.
Oh,
They're not gonna believe it. I'll have to show them. I'll have to watch the video.
They seem to really like the pup trailer.
They do. They're good people. They're just like the company you described. They respect you. You gotta take care of families first. So that's what it matters. So
Well,
all right.
if you value your employees and your employees return that value, then you have a symbiotic relationship filled with respect, and it is better for the company and it is better for the employee.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better than myself.
Yeah.
Awesome.